Welcome to this video. During this video, I would like to discuss with you different types of business analysis roles. You'll remember that we have discussed things like the definition of business analysis, as well as the purpose of business analysis and how that's been defined by the industry. So, keeping that in mind, I'm going to be categorizing business analysts within the following categories. It will be between a technical business analyst and a non-technical business analyst. We will talk about agile business analysts and what that means versus waterfall business analysts. And then finally, we'll look at system analysts as well as the role of a strategy analyst. So all of these have got their own specializations, and we'll now delve into that so that you can understand exactly what the focus is of each of these broad groupings of business analysts. Okay, so if we have a look at this diagram behind me, I have drawn a diagram to show business on the one side and systems on the other side, basically meaning non-technical and more technical skills. Most business analysts will fall on this spectrum, somewhere on this spectrum. Some business analysts would be very non-technical, and they will purely be focusing around business processes, problem analysis, all of the business language and business issues. Whereas a lot of business analysts, which I'm indicating here with this diagram or this oval shape, many of us fall somewhere in the middle, where we do have some strong business analysis, or I should rather say business focused and business knowledge. We are starting to also build our technical knowledge. So some business analysts would be more technically inclined. They may even sit right on this side of the spectrum, which means they would have a deep understanding of integration, interfaces between systems. They'll be able to document to a very low level of detail the really technical requirements that is required for systems to be implemented. So here are some other examples: data analysis, systems requirements, and infrastructure related requirements. So I think you can understand that whilst both of these have a place, most of us fall somewhere in the middle, because we do build up either business knowledge if we are a bit more technical, or we build up some system knowledge if we are more business focused or non-technical. So that's what we mean when we say somebody is a technical business analyst or a non-technical business analyst. It simply means they fall a bit more on the system side versus the business side. I hope that's clear. So now let's have a look at the meaning of an agile business analyst and a waterfall business analyst. So when we talk about a waterfall-based business analyst or an agile business analyst, we are really referring to the project methodology that is being used. So a waterfall business analyst works on a project with longer phases, and that does change the way that we approach analysis work and the way that we approach stakeholder engagement and so forth. However, when you work on an agile project, it's a very different rhythm, and it's often different types of projects that's really suitable for agile. So often these are software development projects. But what I've found is that a lot of business analysts will sit somewhere in between again. It's all about the type of methodology that's being followed on the projects that you have most experience in. And that's how you can classify yourself as an agile or a waterfall-based business analyst. One last thing to note: a lot of the time you will be on an agile project that is technically really just a hybrid waterfall and agile project. That is a topic for another day, but just something to keep in mind. I hope this helps make it clearer what the differences are between a waterfall-based and an agile-based business analyst. Now let's have a look at what is a systems analyst and a strategy analyst. Okay, so let's have a very quick look at a systems analyst and a strategy analyst, just to complete this picture. So a systems analyst is typically someone that's a technical business analyst, and they are predominantly concerned with implementation and system-related analysis. So they can work at a very low level of detail. They've got a great understanding of whatever system it is that they're working on, and their focus is certainly around systems analysis. Whereas a strategy analyst is somebody very different, coming from a very different perspective. So these people are also business analysts, but business analysts with a specific focus around the organization and the organizational strategy. So it's all about the activities that happens at an organizational level that influences the direction of the organization. However, this can also include pre-project activities such as business case development, feasibility studies, options analysis, and so forth. A strategy analyst is typically not involved in the day-to-day of a project, and therefore you can imagine there are fewer strategy analysts than what there are regular business analysts that works on projects. So in a nutshell, a systems analyst is a type of technical business analyst, and a strategy analyst is a business analyst that focuses on the organization at a higher level and does work pre-project, so even before a project starts. I hope it clears up all these different types of business analysts and that it makes a lot more sense to you. I look forward to sharing the next video with you where we start to delve into project methodologies.